Greetings everybody and welcome back to Rebuilding the Commonwealth with myself. Have you missed me? Of course you've missed me. Oh, it's been how long now since I've actually released a proper episode? 2 months? 2.5 months? Something crazy like that. You have to excuse me, I still have the very last dregs of the old winter flu. Just means I have the cough, like I need to just go away or pay rent now. So we're actually going to give you a full feature length episode. Let me just turn this down in my headset, this thing is overpowering as hell. There we go. You know when you hear something loud and you feel like you're shouting over something that only you can hear? Felt like that just now. Now I can tell there's a rad storm coming in, so I'm just going to skip over that. So yeah, in case you guys don't know, or maybe you didn't tune into the last video, yeah, I took a bit of a hiatus here because real life is a thing, and it has been quite manic to the point that uploading would just wouldn't be practical, just wouldn't benefit. And plus that would be to the detriment of some other important stuff going on in my life, like my partner, my job, and if you don't know, I am actually studying to become a financial advisor. Yes, it's kind of strange that if I pass these exams I'll be qualified to literally give advice about mortgages, savings, pensions and investments and equity release. No, I have to do another exam for equity release. But yeah, I'm really, like, it's a bit of a shock to me, I can't believe that. So yeah, if you guys are watching this and you've been tuned in the whole time, welcome back. Thank you very much for your support, and let's get going. Signal boost this video as much as you can, let them know that Oliver S is back releasing stuff. And yeah, if you could do that, that would be absolutely fantastic. So yes, we're not at Crude Manor today. There is a reason for that. One, I couldn't get the design that I wanted to do to actually work yet. There's some shit I have to work out. And if I spend another minute at Crude Manor messing with designs, I'm probably going to scream until I turn blue. So no thank you. And secondly, this place has been left abandoned or neglected for a while, so I figure it's a nice sort of change pace. And I am on that nice new microphone that my partner bought me for Christmas, so if the sound is a bit different to previous videos, let me know how it is. Right, so we're at the Warwick Homestead. Now, I'm not too fond of the Warwick Homestead. I've spent a little bit of time just going through the settlement and looking at what I've done and what plans I had for it. And I have to say I'm not very happy, I'll admit, like really not very happy. I reckon there's a lot more I could do with this than just some floating cabins like this. So I plan on reconfiguring this entire place. So we're going to tear this down. Yes, you heard it from me first. I'm actually tearing a settlement down. Believe me, it pains me as much as it's probably going to pain you. All this progress, all this stuff. Oh, so much progress. All being undone and erased. But what I have in mind here I think will be a lot better. And I think you will appreciate the design I have in mind much better than this. And sometimes taking something down and restarting isn't a sign of failure or weakness. I think it's a sign that you recognise that something is not working and you are willing to do something differently. And that is exactly what we're doing here. So I think he's just turned invisible. Yeah, you guys can move, because this place is coming down. This place is no more. So can you believe it? You're probably sat there going, really? You disappear for 2.5 months, and the first thing you do when you come back is destroy something and take away the progress that you've made? Well, yes. The short answer is yes, I have. The long answer, no, I haven't, because there's going to be something even better built in here when we're done. And what I have here, well, it's just not making me happy. It's not making me feel like it's my best work. Plus, the last time I worked on this... last time I worked on this particular settlement was about a year ago. My building skills in the last year have increased exponentially. So, it makes sense to put those skills to better use. There are going to be a lot of angry Minutemen when I take down all of this stuff. So I saw all the comments in my last video. Everyone who is supporting me, thank you very much for your kind words and your understanding about this this sort of blackout of videos, and I really appreciate the guys who left some really nice comments for me and further suggestions. And for one particular person, a Mackenzie Blackwood reference, I was counting down the minutes until I saw the Mackenzie Blackwood reference, and you did not disappoint. Nope, you did not disappoint at all. None of you guys disappoint. I love you guys. I love doing this stuff for you guys. And the fact I'm still sat at 580 subscribers, which is something like a boost of 30 since my last upload, also kind of blows my mind that you're like, you know this guy who doesn't fucking upload anymore? I'm going to subscribe to him. Just makes me go, oh, what the fuck did I do to deserve this? Okay. So let's get to this. Let's talk turkey. Need to get you guys off. You guys no longer have a job anymore. Sorry about that. Just drop him to his fucking death down there. So, what exactly am I planning to do here, you might be asking? Well, you'll find out. I'm dying to give these guys proper uniforms as well. Might have to move my Minuteman stash from Recruit Manor to here. I'll do that probably before the next episode. There you go. Wow, what kind of mix and match crap did I put on this place? You see, this is the joys of doing something regularly. When I first started this series, I knew so little about building. I probably had no place starting a building series. When I look back over my first episodes, believe me, I fucking cringe now. I seriously fucking cringe now. Because I'm looking at it going, wow, was I an awkward motherfucker back then? I technically still am, but I'm the right kind of awkward now. Okay, so one thing I want to do is set up a proper set of retaining walls here. We have these concrete things, and these come all the way in, like the ones in Sanctuary. Is there a way that I can fashion together a slightly better retaining wall than this? Because there's quite a bit of this debris here, which I don't think can be scrapped. These fences, however, can. Oh yes. Remove the grass. That can go away as well. What I might do is use some of the natural terrain to create something else. I just have to deal with the idea that this is going to get in the way. Just a little bit, not by much. Now, what I want to build here, if we go back to the industrial units that I was using, I believe there is a military set of this. Though I have a feeling, when I looked over it last, it was under Snap and Build, rather than Snappy Built Industrial. And there you go, we've got a military. I mean, I'm not too keen on the colour of this, but I'm willing to bet we could do a fair bit with this. Now, oh, these are military halls. Fair enough. So if we can put together the stairs like we had on the previous one, and I want to create a separation between the farm and the rest of the terrain here. So tell you what, let's do one step at a time. So let's go through the landscaping. Let's put in some sidewalks. Once it loads up, we'll see what we're working with here. So we have concrete, we have these tree plots here, which I reckon could look quite nice. We have the cracked concrete with the dirt siding, which, if the paving slabs didn't look so busted and broken, I would probably work with, you know. But because they're all cracked and broken and all that, I don't really think they're worth messing around with. I want to keep this kind of rustic like we have here. And these sidewalks have sidings to them, which I think we have more than used enough of from our time here. Now I reckon these will be a good place to start. So let's turn off the surface snapping and let's start lining. Let's start lining this farm patch. From there we can start tidying it up and figuring out what we have to work with. Okay, so let's put this in. Thanks to that last episode as well, I have a nice fat stack of concrete to use. Now at the end I want to put these kind of accent pieces, and I think these sidewalk pieces will be really nice. I will line up the height for them in a few moments, so don't fret. So yeah, tell me how you guys have been doing. It's really nice to be back to building again. As I say, sometimes you just have to take a pause and let life get in the way, because hey, life is more important than YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Besides, if I can't get life right, then my work will not be the kind of level that you deserve at the end of the day. So if I'm having a crap day, then you guys are going to know that I'm having a crap day, and then the content I upload will by extension start to become crap, and I'm sure you guys don't want that. You want good content, and I want to upload good content, because if you ask my partner, she will absolutely vouch for the fact that I don't do things in half measures. I really don't. It's either I do the job properly or I don't do the job at all. And she knows that if I can't do the job properly, I just straight up won't do it. I mean, if it's a job that doesn't need doing properly, then yeah, obviously. We all have days like that. I need to get the heights on this correct. And then I might need to neaten up the placement of the farm to get this the way we need it. Like I say, I want to retain as much of the natural landscape as I can. And then we just move that street lamp out of the way. There we go. Come on now. Strange. I mean, it almost works. It's fine though. What I'll do, I'll link it up this way, naturally. Actually, to get it lined up properly, I need to do it correctly all the way around. This is not going to work if I do it this way. Okay, no, it does need to come from this direction. Let's take those to one side. Excellent stuff. So if I link this one through here. Oh, come on now. Come on, snap through the correct place. Oh god, I don't miss this. I really don't miss doing this bit. Okay, so to get this correct, I just need to snap this along a couple of units, like that. There we go. And now this one here, I can push back into the sidewalk. And then 0.1 trick it like that. Then 0.1 trick this one. Right, so we have a few bits here which are turned up and into the terrain. I'm not too keen on that. So let's raise this up by 10 units. I reckon I need to bring this ring here up by 10 units. The water pumps I can relocate. Let's take down these fences. We can always replace them if we really want to. Now these silos, I don't want to get rid of the silos. I really don't. However, one of the resources that we have access to are silo water tanks, which I could technically replace them with. We have a big water tower here, which I could technically put in their place. These towers could also replace them. So I can't quite see the top of it. You know what, fuck it. It's only a little bit of resources. Let's put it down and have a look at it. My god, that is a tall ass unit. I mean, I'm not too keen on the colour, but the colour doesn't really matter too much. So I mean, these could work to replace what we have. This water sphere might be able to replace the reservoir over there as well. We have some really nice water equipment here, which would be a shame not to use. So let's just say that this sewage plant, as it were, became more of a water treatment and purification plant. So let me take away this silo. I know, I'm desecrating this place. Sorry about that. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the arse, I think. This is definitely going to be a pain. Let's have a quick look. There's no way I'm going to be able to look that high up. Okay, so it needs to come a little bit more towards me and to the right. Okay. Like that. That's what we're talking about. And you know what? That rim lines up basically fine as well. Let me get rid of these wooden pallets and the crap that sits around it. And you know what? Let's get this up to a really good and habitable state. Let's make this place functional. I hear minigun fire. Never mind. The fact we've got those red lights on there as well give it a really nice kind of feeling that this place is being used. So let's put another one in. Oh. Yeah, gonna have to do it the hard way. That is fine. Okay, I can do it the hard way. I just need to sink it down to the same level as that one, which has just the rim sticking out of the floor like that. We might have to shrink the size of these just a little bit, I think. Oh, that definitely needs to be a few units higher. Oh, I took the platform down. That needs to be a touch higher, I think. So that definitely doesn't look in line, I'm telling you, but I mean, I trust it is. Okay, yeah, so we got, that's 2 lights blinking. Let's do the same thing with this one. By the way, if you guys have ideas for this settlement as well, please let me know. If we're turning this into like the water plant for the Commonwealth, it stands to reason there would be equipment like this getting the place up and running. Maybe this will be the reason why the Commonwealth has running water. Oh yeah, of course, it needs to be up to the same level as those. Cool, so now we have 3 perfectly well working water tanks. Just going to make sure they don't look like they're out of place. And they do not. Excellent. So that is 120 water we're now getting completely for free. Oh, how cool is that? Right, let's bump this track up just a little bit. Because while this will be a food source for all of our settlements, it will not be the main one. I already have another settlement marked as the main food supply for here, so don't worry about that. And that's it. Right, Now I feel like this food supply here can be organised a lot more effectively. So I'm going to take all of these down. Where it says potato plant again, do not put more than what you're looking at in there. I've done that and it catastrophically crashes the game. So do be careful with that. Oh, not you. I want to get rid of the planty plants. Planty plants. Do excuse me here. That music is just a tad much for me here. So take away the moot fruit. Don't worry guys, I will be putting it back. Now, I'm going to move the farm dirt plots. Yes, I appreciate this is destroying the natural terrain. But not really, because I'm just going to simply make it better. There we go. Yes, your food supply has massively dipped. So we do have these planters, which give 2. And we have these planters. Now I have actual farming plots, I think, on somewhere here. Is it under the resources? Yes, garden plots. Just looking for the very best one that I can use here. And that's obviously the Dead Sea. Dead Sea? Glowing Sea, that's what I'm looking for. Glowing, you can say it's been a while since I played this. That's obviously sand. That is forest. Dirt. We'll just go with the standard one here. Now this is just wood components, so this shouldn't be a problem. Yes, I appreciate it doesn't fit exactly. That doesn't matter to me a great deal. I just want this area to be filled. That is the main area. A lot of this doesn't really like overlap or cause any like boundary issues, which is ideal. Now I want to put in some different types of street lamps. So under Snappy Builds we do have our lights. Do we have the street lights? Oh, we do have these posts. Are these the really bright ones? No, they're not. Of course they're not. Why would they be? And we do have the street lights here. That produces a good amount of light. I only want a few of these. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I say 8. It's slightly shorter than 8, so let's just say here. Then we'll have one over here and here. Now I would say we'd have one in the centre, but since I'm going to make an entrance to this little platform, I'm not going to do that on this side. So just continue to place these lamps. Place one opposite here. Put a couple down here. Great. Now I'm going to do something a bit different with this. This cabin will probably get replaced. I'm not going to lie to you. But I think that already looks a bit smarter. That looks like someone's actually come back with a sense of fucking planning and done something with it, which is the look I'm going for. Now all I have to do is think about the food here. How am I going to do the food? Because I could snap these under the ground and have them compacted, so we can have these in bigger rows, and then that would make assigning them a whole lot easier. You know, that is exactly what I'm going to do. I have a feeling this will result in some balked ass animations, but it's worth a try. It only produces one food, so that's only 4 food. But then again, I will be having some moot fruit planters too, so that's not too much of a problem. I can only have 18 and more of these though, so I have to be a little bit precious with where I put these down. Plant these in clusters. There we go, just spacing them out here. Just down enough to hide the edges of the pot there. Are you guys assigned to shit? No? Well, you are now. Oh, okay, these have auto-assigned, that's what we like to see. I'm going to go to sleep, and I'm going to wake up in the morning, and we're just going to see whether they've taken to it. Now, to keep the cough at bay, I have planned ahead and got myself a drink. That is a glass of milk. My partner thinks I'm very strange being able to drink plain, straight up milk. Her reason being, it's for cows, that shit ain't designed for us. And she's probably right. Hey. Okay. You know what, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that animation. I'm quite satisfied with that. My conscience is clear. So let's continue with our potato planters. So, oh, I've run out of potatoes already. Are you serious? I could have swore I was able to put down a lot more than that. I didn't store any, did I?
growing well.
Nevertheless, I can sort that out later. Don't worry, I am well aware of the bed situation, because I'm the silly fucker who caused it. Sorry about that. Oh, potatoes. I'll just pick these. Oh, holy damn, I spam these into a tight area.
But not anymore.
I just want to trade a few things.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was hoping you'd have some produce on you or something. There we go.
If you need something, you should talk to my dad.
Well, what I need is for you guys to stop talking to me so that I can build your home better. Maybe if you do that, you know? I mean, this is all setting the groundwork here. Yeah, just making sure that the spacing on these is about right. Letting good form keep me going. That's what it is. Good form. That's it. See, how has that just gone back to 19? I don't understand. The hell? I have a feeling these are bugged in some way. I'm going to have to rewatch the footage on that. That's so strange. Going to put that here just so that it overlaps into the next tray, as it were. Wait, why am I gaining potatoes for planting these? That only used 3. What's going on here? Something strange is going on right now. How did I just gain all those potatoes? I'm confused. I am very, very confused. But I'm not going to question it. Fallout 4 is Fallout 4 at this point. Fallout 4 does whatever the hell it wants, and there's nothing you can do about it. Seriously though, I don't know how the hell that happens. Okay, moot fruit. Oh, no, melons I haven't got enough of to justify a plant area for them. I mean, I could do corn, that's 1 each. And corn I could actually grow quite densely. So that's not an issue. I mean, moot fruits being this good, I will devote an area to moot fruits. So we'll do the same trick with these. I want to plant them decently close, but not too close. I'm watching my moot fruit count now. Something strange is going on with these planters, I'm telling you. I need to get more ceramic. My ceramic is running out. I didn't think that was on my list of things to buy in the last episode, but hey, I've been wrong before, and I'm not afraid to admit being wrong again. This will ensure a really good food supply for the future. Get out of my face, lady. I'm trying to help you. Please don't push me around. Thank you. That's it. Sink them into the ground, just that little bit. These are a little bit off center. There you go. Place another batch. Put these on opposite sides of the rim here, so it doesn't look out of place. These two can fit quite nicely in this little plant area. See, I think this looks a lot more professional than that ragtag setup they had before. I really like the way those water tanks have turned out. I didn't think they would fit in that well, but I've been wrong before, and that is one of those occasions. Yes, I can get things wrong. I think I've just gained a moot fruit. I swear that number was not odd a few moments ago. Still, as I say, Fallout 4 does some strange things sometimes. So this is just one of those occasions. Barge that across. So sometimes when I'm sat here and I'm playing my games, I think I hear like the rumble of thunder and I get excited, like, oh, thunder and lightning. And then I realise it's just a train rolling by, because from my window I'm about 50 yards, 100 yards from a train line. And I have really good like double glazing, soundproofing, all that kind of stuff here. The block that I live in was built for sound insulation. So it sounds like thunder just gently rolling outside, and it is actually just a train. And it makes me facepalm every time. There we go. So that is a nice set of moot fruit. And I reckon the cornrows would do really well for here. I say corn planters here, I can put them in quite rapid succession. I will need more corn than this though. These potato plants now can disappear because we don't need them. We have planters in the middle of the settlement now. And this will now free up space, and we can put something else here. With these little overlays, I could put an awning here and probably make shops. That wouldn't be a bad shout. Take the garden plots away. Just quick save before things go up the spout. The moot fruit over here can go away too. And we've got enough food here to feed everybody, and then some. In fact, we've got 2 food for every 1 settler. After I've continued to lay down all the food placements in the settlement over here, it will more than future-proof us for the 80, 90 settlers we might get here. Yeah, I think that looks smarter. All I have to do is highlight the edges here, give them a nice Nice bit of edging, and I reckon that would look great. Let me store this gourd, because I don't think we need those. Is there any other bits of food I've forgotten about? Oh yes, Bill Sutton and Cedric Hopton died in the first attack on this settlement. Oh yes, I think we lost a Minuteman too. So I put him in a coffin. How morbid. I must have done that a very, very long time ago, because I certainly don't remember it. I don't even remember a Minuteman by that name. Oh, excuse me. Got to keep that flu at bay. Right, while we're waiting for that, let's do a bit of surveying the scene here. See if there's anything else we can add. Like an immediate bit we can add. I feel like segregating these tanks from the rest of the settlement via maybe a concrete wall. I feel like that might be a thing. Let me have a look as well under CVC resources. I want to do something with this reservoir, that's the word I'm looking for. This reservoir around the corner. But I'm just not sure what I can do with it. I mean, this can be like a water control room. At the moment it has the fusion generator, but that could quite easily change and this could become like a central command or something. I mean, this is a really big reservoir too. It's an absolutely massive reservoir. I have a feeling putting something like this in would just not do it justice. Oh, that makes noise. I mean, what if I put one of these in here? Or maybe even a couple of these and have like a water reclamation centre. I mean, I reckon that would look kind of cool. How much do these cost? Very little. So let's just say I put a couple of these in. I reckon the walkway in the middle would need to be repaired. So I'll tell you what, let's do that now before I go any further. These catwalks are all fucked up and broken, so these can be destroyed. The industrial frames, they can go because all this is broken. Right, so we know that is the centre point that we're focusing on. So if I put yes, that needs to be above the water. And probably above the way of the line of the walkway too. I mean, who's to say this one couldn't go into the water tank like a purifier? So yeah, let's just say I put that in there. That walkway there is wonky. I think that one is wonky too. Okay, so Snappy Builds has the industrial kit here. Guess I am looking at the right one, aren't I? Catwalks. All these look bent and broken. I'm sure I'm probably looking in exactly the same place, but I feel like the ones in here are not. Industrial. Let's just say I did put the military ones down. No, I don't hate that. I think that military bit here looks good. So let's just repair the walkway, like straight up repair it. Now where that is, I reckon it could be a little bit over to the right somewhere. For it to go convincingly into that tank there. So if I take away these two industrial bridges, and can I get a short piece? Yes. And then maybe a short piece over there. And we can get a four-way turn. And I have a feeling that will not fit in the area anymore. I mean, it will, but it's very clearly off-centre. So we might have to finagle this a little bit. Which is fine, I can mess around with this. Okay. Now if I get one of these railings that just ends, a dead end, this one, half cap. I mean, it won't matter that it's going into the unit because I can look right at it. There we go, that is now centered. Industrial bridge half. If I can get that to snap over there, this is not too much of a problem on this side, because it just means I get the bridge to end very slightly earlier. Does that look out of place if I do it that way? I mean, it does ever so slightly, but you would have to be looking quite closely to notice that, and that's something I can live with. So yeah, instead of just destroying the tank, I'm sure we can do something with this instead. I mean, that doesn't look out of place. It kind of looks like it should belong here, which is the idea. So perhaps this is pumping water into the tank, or maybe it's taking water out. Perhaps this is the thing that's distributing the water to the rest of the Commonwealth. I mean, this is going to be the infrastructure of the Commonwealth after all. This big building here, you know what, I'm not sure what I want to do with this, because although I want to respect the topography and have all this here, a big part of me, right, and hear me out, give me you guys' feelings about this, right, because I'm in two minds. Uh-oh, I think I'm stuck in the bloody water now. Uh-oh, help. There we go. Help. See, here's the thing. If I could segregate these tanks off, maybe have a fence that finishes here, that could be a concrete wall or chain link fence or whatever. What if down here, I mean, this is a big area. if I put it onto B here, it goes out for a fucking long way. Like, let me just swim this distance and show you. Like, this is the end of the settlement. Right here. We've got a long way. What if I were, and hear me out, to tear down this silo, and the water in it, of course, and make this the loading area for the base of the Minuteman Navy? Just think about that. Also, there is a auxiliary comment I just want to address here. There is a user who commented on the last video, the last couple of days. Thank you very much for that, by the way. I think your name is Nantasaya? I know you're a frequent commenter of mine. I apologise if I butchered your name, but I don't have it in front of me. And you suggested a mod for a Minuteman Navy, which spawns in several battleships and places like that. That does look like a really good mod. I might have to check and see whether it can run properly on my save game, because I have so many mods on here. I think I've got 145 or 150 and counting, so I'll have to check that it can run properly on here, but I will absolutely be willing to use it. It looks really interesting. But yeah, what do you guys think? I reckon I could quite convincingly tear this down, this silo I mean, and create a loading area and a small base of operations to begin the Merchantman Navy. Well, Merchant Navy, military style Navy, whatever. Because this is a lot of space to work with. I mean, this water in this silo is not a small area. And if I tear down this building too, yes, it'll be disrespecting the topography. But I could expand this area out and create a dock underneath and have like bridges that go over top and all that. That would look incredible. Would look absolutely incredible. And then some of the boats I have down there, for example, under this new kit I have, I think it's under resources. Oh, come on. It hasn't loaded properly, that's why. Some of these guard posts that I have here. And I think there's a one for vehicles as well. No, no, not turret stands. No. Oh, where are you? Sorry about this, guys. I know I have something in here. Let me just check the hodgepodge here. Now these flatbeds, for example, you can have these large fuel tanks and all that, but this is what I'm thinking. Instead of having the howitzer cannons here, I could quite easily make a couple of battleships stationed in the water outside of this area, and they could have the mortar cannons. Like, imagine that as part of the Minuteman lore. You throw a flare somewhere along the coast, and instead of getting a settlement respond to you, you just have a couple of Merchantman navies or battleships from the Minutemen riding across the water, firing their mortars. Like, how cool would that be? You've literally got mortar boats as part of the defence. So along comes a heavily armoured Minuteman Navy ship covered in mortars and heavy weapons. Like, guys, I could literally make 2 battleships or 2 barges crewed by several Minutemen, and we could literally name the squads and make them special units, like the very first boat crews that we ever created. I'm seeing great ideas if I just tear this down and create something new. And I don't just mean like making a little wooden jetty. I could create a proper concrete housing with maybe like a customs house, an armory on another pier. I could make a couple of piers and a big loading dock and a barracks for the merchantmen. In fact, where the bar is, if I made it low down, I could make a barracks perhaps here for the merchantman navy or the military navy, whatever, and then over here have some living quarters. I already got an idea for what I want to build here in terms of the quarters and the floating building. What I had before was just not it. Let me just clear some of this crap out of the water. Clear the rock, the tyres, rough grass. A lot of shit out here. So yeah, this let me finish this reservoir off. Ooh. There's an idea, you know. Let me quick save this, because I have a feeling this might not work.
Yeah.
But you never know until you try. Okay, so if I'm going across here, where does this open up to? And that is why you quick save. Because the game just broke. I'll be back in a second, guys. I'm going to reboot. Alright, so I'm definitely going to hell for this one. Like, I'm going to hell for it, because if I take the wall out like that and I just scrap it, it's fine. If I move it in any way, so if I went and I hit enter doing this, the game instantly crashes, like, no doubt about it. So I'm gonna have to risk it. I can't move it and put it back. I'm just gonna have to fucking roll with it. This is gonna be really funny. And it's going to be nail biting to put it in the nicest possible way. Anywho, let's see what we can do. Take 2. So let's remove this wall, properly remove it. This industrial machine can go as well. So we now have a window to the soul, as it were. Okay. Now I have got a backup, so if any of this goes wrong, I can fix it. I think. If I can't fix it, then fuck it. But we do have these. We do have these, so we could technically put them back. It would take a bit of fucking around, but I mean, we could actually put them back if we really needed to. Now, let's put in... Oh no, that's a concrete bottom, I don't want those. And that is the rusty theme. I'm going to have to dart between the 2 categories here to get the correct one, but we'll deal with it. Industrial. I mean, given that there's not really a need to go round the back here, I might just put some crap around the back here. Oh, look at that disgusting, that absolutely disgusting bit of broken terrain there. All thanks to me. Okay, we'll do it that way. Okay, now I have to go all the way back to Snappy Builds, back to Industrial. Now we go to Industrial. Oh, we can use the full walls on this. But the question is, does it snap? No. I mean, it does, it just doesn't snap to this bit. I mean, we're going to need the full one anyway. So if I just put the single door, I'm just checking here because does it still have a roof on the top? That's my question. I cannot see. Okay, so taking that off took away the roof as well. Right. Now, do I have any which do have the curve over the top, or will I have to find a way to replace that roof? I mean, there's the curved top. I could technically just put a roof on top from that. So I reckon if I mess around with that enough, as long as I have one with the curved bit at the top, that shouldn't be a problem. So that's what I'm going to do. So do any of these have a curved top? Yes, they do. Right, this is going to be the hard bit, is getting this in place. Is it really that easy? I mean, almost. By Jove, I think I just did it. Damn, that just worked. Okay. So if I put in industrial flooring... Oh, don't tell me we're going to have to do this. Oh, I'm going to have to do this too, aren't I? Alright, fair enough. Oh, this is going to be really sketchy, I think. I think I'm going to have to put something in here to cover it. I feel like that doesn't line up. At least it doesn't line up on one side. I really need to stop worrying about this crap, I really do. Oh, I think that's just solved it. Ah, not quite. I mean, it's not a problem. I could probably find something to cover that up anyway. It lines up the rest of the building. So let's take this industrial machine out. I'm going to leave these pipes in. I'm going to take the mattresses out. The rug can go as well, as can the industrial machine and that bed in that corner. Because what I'm going to do is create an alternative exit. There's one thing about building a dock on this side is I'm going to have this little hill to contend with, and that's going to be a pain. So I have this nice military platform. Oh yes, I can remove these now. Cool, so we have industrial floor in here. That is a ramp. I don't want that showing on that side. That's it. Good, that doesn't show up on the other side, which is just what I'm looking for. Oh, not this again. Just snap to the correct place. There you go. And that means I don't actually need that second piece there. This pipe here, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to create a little work area up here. Now if I were to put ramps in here, how much space is that going to take up? Too much? Yeah, a little bit too much. So let me just cap off these walls here. That pipe, broken pipe bit there can go. Oh, that damaged stone is free concrete, so I'll use that. Right, now if I use the catwalks... Now I know we don't have catwalk ramps, which is fair enough. But I know we do. We do have ramps, I'm fairly certain. Where are the ramps? Right here, of course. Oh, they're concrete. Let's just use the standard ones. Oh, that's arguably what we're looking for. Can I just get a square of catwalk? Just a small square of it. I mean, that is fucking enormous. Where is the smaller ones? I'm going to have to go all the way back to snap and build for this, aren't I? In which case, I might as well go with the military one. And that industrial bridge ramp is not particularly appealing. And that is just way too big. Way too big. Nope, that shouldn't have gone quite that far. Yeah, that isn't going to work. Need a way of getting up onto this which isn't going to be too intrusive. I suppose the best way is just a ramp on the right hand side. I'm going to have to do it, of course, manually, because why wouldn't I? Always has to be done manually. And of course that alcove that I put in the middle is going to cause us some problems. And then if I move it over, the other one is going to cause problems. Because of course it will. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? I'm hoping I've made that bit under there small enough not to get in the way of stuff. Where was I? Come on, just enough. There you go. Now back to the structures. Snap and build, industrial bridges, military. Yeah, that is fine. Do we have railings or is that just awnings? That is going to need a little bit of fine tuning, I reckon. That's fine. Additions is railings on any of these? No, they're not. I reckon Snap and Builds has railings, doesn't it? Yeah, of course they do, just not the ones I want. Or not, maybe maybe they do. But I'm going to have to place them all manually. It's going to be a very manual episode, eh? Come on then, we'll do it the hard way. That's obviously how you want to do it. That's it. There we go. Okay, so we've created an upper bit here, which I think looks alright, especially with the hanging light over the top. So we've created almost like a mezzanine floor, which I think gives this a bit more character, as it were. This place would make a nice purification centre. Perhaps this can be an auxiliary space. I mean, I'm thinking this place would only really have almost like a barracks living. I'm really worried about tearing down any of the walls now, given what I just did out there. Crashing the game repeatedly. Speaking of crashes, always quick save, chaps. You never know what's going to go wrong. Cool, so this actually lessens the need for having this area, so consider that a little bit of prep.
Yeah.
So now you can get up to that purification building by coming up through the main one, and I think that's really good. Now under CVC again, I think we can put in another one of these. Okay, so this is almost grounded in the where's the lip of this? It's a little bit further away than the lip, but it's almost grounded in it. And that goes straight into the water, which suggests this is taking water out of the ocean. It's coming into this reservoir and is maybe being purified in here, perhaps. Or maybe these pipes are taking it away to be purified. And then it's either being pumped back in and put into the tanks over here, or this is then being supplied to the Commonwealth through this building. I mean, it's got huge pipes attached to it. It wouldn't surprise me if this was supplying the Commonwealth. Ugh. Oh, excuse me, guys. As you might have guessed, it's been a long few days. I was lucky I was able to relax over the weekend, but I don't have quite as much energy as I used to. It is frustrating. I need to get back to the gym. That's what it is. Get fitter, give my body some more energy access. There we go, just enough for it not to show. And then I can maybe put some signage here, maybe I can put like a console. Hey, I could even put a shelter over the top, actually. I mean, I technically could make this into an actual room. Ooh, I like that idea, but I might have to mess around with a few of the ways of doing it. But yeah, the idea of having this a little bit sheltered with maybe a control console to control these tanks is quite a good idea. Over here we want some steps that come downwards. And those steps are almost a perfect match for the ground. I'll move the recruitment beacon out of the way. And then this can match up and provide another entrance up onto the platforming. Yeah, we need, I think we need some pillars for this. Let's use concrete. Can I just get a simple concrete pillar and place that exactly where the tear in the wall is. Okay. Okay, and just for continuity's sake as well, I will put another one here. Oh, that's a little bit too far inwards. A little bit too far. That is fine. This one could probably come outwards a touch, like so. And then I can place another one here. That's it. And then we just bring it out a touch. So that goes into the metal like so. And there we go. That works fine. If I really wanted to, I could probably put a pillar across the top, but that is an issue for another day, and it's an issue I don't have, so why fix something that ain't broken, as the saying goes. Just going to bring this in so that it matches the width of the door like that. That matches the width of the door on this side, and that looks excellent. Brilliant. So this is where I'm going to leave you guys. I think that's some good progress. So we have torn down the old building, which I was definitely not happy with, so I'm kind of glad about that. So yeah, we've torn down this bit, that's completely gone, ready to be revamped and redone. That will probably be torn down as well as this. We've replaced the water tanks and created a clean supply of water. A massive supply of clean water, 200 of it in fact, without disrespecting the topography. We've just added to what's already there. We've completely redone the farming area, which just needs some quick accents and abbreviations to get this one sorted. We have hollowed out a hole in the side of this building and created another exit and entrance to the main house, or the main building. I'm still not quite sure what I want to do with this building, but I'm sure we can come up with something. Could be the Warwick's living quarters and we just simply make it better. I mean, that could be a thing. If the moving stuff allows, I could probably move this equipment into the other room. If not, I will probably have to finagle that myself. Oh damn. I mean, I like these steam vents and all that. These might have to be moved over. So yeah, I could turn this into a house and just kit it out and make it look better. But yeah, we have an exit up through the top here. We have another 2 large water tanks. And a lot of potential here. A lot of potential for like an indoor electronically based, piece of equipment. Over here we have this house that we're renovating. I'm still not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but there's plenty we can do. Excuse me. And out here we have the reservoir that we might want to remove to make space for the dock for the Minutemen Navy. yes, if you have enjoyed this, please make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and stay tuned with me because we will be rebuilding the Commonwealth bigger, badder, better than ever. The Minutemen are going to become a force to be reckoned with. As far as I'm aware, their numbers currently total nearly 200 from the amount that I've put in the world so far. And this settlement will only serve to bolster their numbers. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in if you've lasted all the way to the end of the video. And tell me what your favourite part of the settlement is so far. If you've made it this far, that is. But until the next one, thank you very much for tuning in. We out. Peace, stay safe, and welcome back to the channel. See you later, guys.